It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Tuesday, May 2nd. I'm James Spann. A delightful spring day today, but rain and storms move back in here late tomorrow night and during the day Thursday. And then very cool air settles in here on Friday. A little blackberry winter setting up as the weekend begins. Let's check things out early this morning. It's the water vapor satellite view. Troughing over the east, that's pulled down this dry air we have in place, and it's a very cool morning. Fort Payne, 45. Haleyville, 46. Anniston, 48. Birmingham at 53. But we warm up nicely today. The high will be around 80 this afternoon. Around the nation, pretty cool for the second day of May. And again, even colder air spills in here by Friday and the beginning of the weekend. There's the watch warning map early this morning. Wind advisories north of the state. River flood warnings for much of Missouri. Check the convective outlook, couple of marginal risks west of the state. But, of course, we're very dry here today. Now, tomorrow, this is the day 2 outlook. And keep in mind, this runs through 7 a.m. Thursday. We've got a standard slight risk of severe weather. That's the level 2, including Houston, much of Louisiana, South Mississippi. In Alabama, we have a marginal risk, and this is for storms that move in here late tomorrow night, after midnight. And again, keep in mind this goes through 7 a.m. Thursday for areas west of a line from Tuscaloosa to Montgomery, Troy, and Dothan. And on day 3, a marginal risk for the southeast United States. In Alabama, that risk includes areas south of a line from Atmore to Montgomery and Lafayette. And we'll take a look at this here in just a moment. Not a big severe weather threat. And then the rain for the next 7 days, valid through Tuesday morning of next week. And this is basically for the one event late tomorrow night and Thursday. Rain amounts about 1 inch for the northern half of the state. Potential for over 2 inches down to the south. So let's check things out. Model fans, here's the GFS, the 06E run, valid today at 1 o'clock local time, 1 this afternoon. At 500 millibars, troughing north of the state. A beautiful day today. Sunny, despite the cool start, we'll see a high close to 80. Tomorrow, our new storm gets its act together west of the state. And we'll have a dry day, partly sunny and warm with mid-80s. This will be the warmest day probably of the next 10 days. This is tomorrow night, just after midnight, 1 a.m. Thursday. Surface low begins to form to the northwest of Memphis. Rain will likely move into the state late tomorrow night. And then this is Thursday. The surface low is sitting on the Ohio River over western Kentucky. And again, rain and storm should be passing through. In terms of the timing, this is the high-res NAM valid at 1 a.m. Thursday, just after midnight, showing rain and storms creeping in here. We'll check the instability values. And again, this is the instability 1 a.m. Thursday, and there's just basically nothing here. There is some unstable air over the far southern part of the state, and that's the reason the marginal risk is well to the south of here. Or I say well to the south. It's over the southern part of Alabama, the southern half of the state. But any time you have a system like this, you have to keep an eye on things. There'll be a lot of helicity, but the instability is just not there. Now, Thursday afternoon, the high-res NAM does bring up a tongue of instability up through the eastern half of the state. So we'll watch this, but again, for the moment, the severe weather threat looks generally low. Some of the storms could produce gusty winds, maybe some small hail, but again, it doesn't look like a big threat. Rain amounts about 1 inch where we are, maybe 2 inches down to the south where the moisture is deeper. Now, let's go to Friday. This is going to be a raw, cool day. Surface low, deepening surface lows over Pennsylvania near Pittsburgh. We got this wraparound moisture, so it looks like a cloudy day. Maybe some light rain for the northern half of the state. Temperatures having a very hard time getting out of the 50s. In fact, I'm beginning to think most everybody will stay in the 50s. And again, it's not going to feel like May. Check out the anomalies here. Temperatures way below average. In fact, almost 25 to 30 degrees below average, if this verifies. So again, Friday, cloudy, breezy, cold for May, with a chance of some scattered light rain. Now, this is Saturday. This will be a beautiful day. Now, Saturday morning is going to be chilly. We'll be well down in the 40s. It's possible, if the wind can go calm, some of the colder pockets could see upper 30s. and the high will be around 70. Bright, sunny day, and this is Sunday. Again, beautiful. Chilly to start the morning. Will be in the 40s, the high in the upper 70s. This is Monday. Bright, sunny weather. We'll probably see highs in the low 80s. And here's a week from today. Got a blocked pattern here. A big upper low over the northeast, a big upper low over the southwest, and we are in between. The air should be fairly dry. This is suggesting maybe some showers north of here. This is the end of the forecast period, Thursday of next week. Big trough on the eastern seaboard, and again, we're dry. Check the anomalies for Thursday of next week, and again, we're still below average. Let's look at the raw output from the GFS, the OZ run. And again, you can see how we do 84 tomorrow, and then we cool down. Now, I don't think it's going to be as cold with a high of 51. That might be too low, but I do think we'll probably stay in the 50s on Friday. And this thing is showing 39, I say low 40s for Saturday morning. Then we do warm up temporarily early next week on Monday and Tuesday, but we cool right back down by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. The trend is, generally speaking, for temperatures to be below average, most likely, for the next 10 days or so. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening, on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.